Start.
Hey all, I am Vaishnavi Bharadwaj from first year CSSE. We are from team 5 and 6. We are discussing the impacts of social media on teenagers. Guys, have you ever profound the impact of social media on teenagers? So we have many platforms in social media for education, for creativity, and for everything. We have the same, and we have different types of social media. We can express anything in apps like Instagram, Snapchat, and we can create wonders by communicating with others.
Social media is like a knife. We can make use of it to make delicious dishes, and we can use it to kill people. It depends on the individual how to use it.
Yes, I agree with your point. Nowadays, people are losing their privacy by keeping the posts and things on social medias like Instagram, Facebook, and all. And so it is taking the part which leads to the not having the privacy.
Yes, I agree with your point. But the teenagers are making mistakes of this social media, but they can make use of this social media for connectivity and educational purposes.
Yes, also due to this cyber crime thing is also increased a lot.
I agree with your point, but there are many advantages of social media as well as there are some disadvantages of social media. Every teenager is spending on an average 3 hours of time on social media every day. So there is a chance of increasing mental health problems and many other health problems.
Yes, nowadays social media has been playing a huge role in our life. It is entered in our life like blood. Yes, we cannot live without blood. Likewise, we cannot live without these social media tools. We addicted to these social media tools. We cannot spend time on our education and full performance in studies.
Yes, the social media has become one of the part of our life during these times.
So basically, teenagers order on social media and they are spending different times with more screen time, and they are not negotiating with the nature and the offline people. They're being on their phones every day, even during eating time, or they are not going out, they are not playing, they are just using their phones, and this is causing addiction to them, and it can also lead to so many problems.
As I say, you don't like because then we will have social media conferences and mental health purpose also.
Probably it is killing the ability of the students' ability to think. We are using the resources like ChatGPT, Google, and all. These resources are really killing the ability to think. So,
Yes, I completely agree with your point. Have you all experienced like from morning to evening you will watch all the reels and all, and you'll spend most of the time without giving a damn, and you'll cause so much stress on watching perform, and you will get lots of stress and depression, and later you will feel confused about what to do after watching all the reels.
I partially agree with your point because many people are addicted to social media, and there are some introverts who think that platform may understand them and they can make use of it.
yes, I agree with you. Some teenagers are simply sending their personal information to the online websites, and they're being identified.
Most of the boys are addicted to play games like Free Fire, PUBG, and all, and they're spending lots of time without with delay in studies, and also they have a lot of they suffer with a lot of health issues after in future in future.
I agree with your point, as well as girls also spending more time on Snapchat, Instagram Reels, and many other. So they might have an effect on their mental health.
Yes, I agree with you. There are it was a talents and it was a platform for creativity and talents like Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube for self-experience, expressions, and skill development.
Yes, I partially agree with your point. Some are making use of it and some are not making good use of it.
The impact of social media is more on teenagers, and they are doing whatever it takes to get likes or subscribers. Nowadays, everyone wants to become influencer, and everyone wants to get likes. Everyone wants to become famous, and they are doing whatever it takes for becoming famous and getting likes and the subscribers. They are even listening likes.
Yeah, I completely agree with your point. I watched recent incident happen in nowadays a person who saw a reel and got influenced by it, and later he performed an activity and went to an abnormal house and he entered into it, and after that he entered into a danger well, and he tried to take a swim in that, but afterwards he got died because of the influence of social media. He attempted try to it, and later all the teenagers are influenced by the social media.
Social media is valuable tool for learning and discussing subjects, learning online courses.
Yes, I agree with you. Participating in online websites develops the skill for teenagers.
Social-
Yes, I agree with you. We can use those certificates in our resume for job, applying jobs. We can get high package with that.
But I don't know how many members right or not. Whenever we get a free time, we rather spend time on Instagram and Snapchat rather than studying or doing something.
Social media can be more helpful, as well as it can be more disadvantage to our lives. So I wish youth should use it correctly to develop their skill or anything.
Yes, I agree with your point. Nowadays, teenagers were using the social media in a wrong way. They're spending a lot of time in wasting. Okay. So they should instead they should prefer their academics instead of wasting time in the social media. Due to this, they are getting lack of time to sleep. Even they're spending a lot of time on social media, and it results in poor performance in the academics.
With the increasement of social media platforms, individuals are sharing personal information. This can be easily handled by criminals and used for a variety of purposes.
Yes, I agree with you. Nowadays, many are sending some misinformation through social media. Yes, I agree with you. Recently, one of my mother's friends data was hacked, and her photos and all are leaked with nude funds. So please, girls, every girl should take care of this, and we should prevent those. We should take measures to prevent them.
I disagree with your point because it's not about crimes and all. We need to talk about the impact on how the teenagers are impacting on social media. Like it is so impacting on the teenagers. They are spending a lot of time on social media and they are keeping their studies and academics aside, and they are delaying in studies. Because of that, they got poor in academics and all.
Yes, I agree with you. But with proper guidance by parents, teenagers can make use of social media and proper use of social media and educate themselves and make use of it.
And also pay for social media. They can also develop their loneliness and they are not connecting with the outside world, not even with parents, and they are not talking. They are always being on the social media and doing something.
Yes, I agree with you. Being in social media, we can contact with other person who are far away
or some other unknown persons to improve our knowledge and ideas, share information, and the ideas to develop.
I disagree with your point because most of their spending time and they're developing new friendships in social media, and it leads to cyberbullying and all. Not only it have advantages, it is also having disadvantages on it.
As you said, there is a risk of hacking and leaking of personal data. Women or men, they should secure their photos and their personal information safely and should not exhibit on various social media platforms like Snapchat.
I disagree with you. It helps. Social media is helpful for abroad persons with social media. Like the students and parents are getting friends and family members, getting interaction with social media. Like they are going for abroad for studies.
I partially agree with you because many people are not making use of it. In recent research in USA, they declared that due to more screen time of the teenagers, due to the radiation, their brains are becoming dumb and IQ levels of teenagers are decreasing nowadays.
Yeah, I,
Yes, I agree with you. Nowadays, face-to-face interactions became less due to this social media. So we need to take less time on social media and personal interactions and others.
Just spending too much time on social media can cause mental health disorders and
And due to this Corona COVID time, many teenagers are addicted to their mobile phones, and using of social media is rapidly increasing.
Along with your
And
points,
there are also literacy and critical thinking skills and potential misinformation.
Social media is using wide variety of things and knowing the ideas, exchange all ideas and improve our abilities. And it is also addicting to us.
okay, along with your points, I need to add some more points that nowadays teenagers was wasting more time on social media. Okay, she said that it leads to mental disorder along with some physical problems. Like they're losing their physical strength, like not doing any exercises, wasting more time on the in social media, doing reels. Instead of these things, they can spend their time on exercises and other things which is useful for their life.
Yes, I agree with you. If we use social media in a proper way, we can set our career.
In conclusion, social media has uses and cons. So it depends on the individual how they use it and make use of it.
thank you.
Thank you.
thank you.
So, hello everyone. Now we all have a discussion on the topic how to reduce the usage of plastic in our life. So, in my words, I'd say that plastic plays a major role in our life. As a cloth to be prepared, a thread plays a key role. So, where not we were using plastic, everywhere it is in a need. So, to reduce the uses of plastic, we need to opt like choosing the reusable items and minimalizing packaging and using cloth bags, etc. So, what do you say?
Yes, Shalina. In my opinion, from our lives, it's definitely a quite challenging task for us. If we can, we'll definitely reduce the plastic. For that, we have to use so many things that handmade bags or etc. Glass bottles. Yes.
Yeah, Siri, we are on the same track. And plastic is a non-biodegradable material, and it can't degradable in the soil. It may cause soil pollution also. For example, if we want to buy any groceries for our home need, so we have to carry any handy-made bags like paper bags also instead of plastic bags. I think it is better way to reduce the plastic.
Yes, you are right, Lasmi. We are on the right track. We can use any handbags and handicraft bags are made from materials like cloth, jute, and bone fibers. Yes, we can use these materials. With the help of these materials, uh, it can help us environmental pollution also reduces. It doesn't harms animals, etc.
Let me add two points to your point, Krishna. Instead of plastic, we can use jute bags or paper bags. And using plastic, it damages our ecosystem and it also damages our earth a lot. By eating the plastic materials, many animals are caused death. Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge, but reducing the plastic in our lives is possible. Small changes like bags and water bottles to make bags and water bottles to make reduce the plastic. And
As to reduce the use of plastic, there is one principle that is 4R's principle: reducing, reusing, recycling, and recovering. Reducing means use less stuffs. Reusing means find ways to use things again. Recycling means turn materials into new products. Recovering means extract energy or materials from garbage. This principle is very helpful to reduce use of plastic in our lives very much.
Choosing a topic like reducing the uses of plastic is relevant due to its impact, due to its environment impact. But in the case of ecosystem and the case of human health, it causes many damages to our life, and also it is a practical and impactful thing that we should reduce plastic because it harms each and every human being in the earth.
Yeah, the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate had also issued a notification last year in August had announced a ban on single-use plastic items. These single-use plastic items are hazardous to environment and also to ours. So avoid single-use plastic items like plastic plates and disposal glasses like that, etc.
Unlike wood or a paper, it is not possible to burn plastic because it reduces the harmful gases which may damage the human life, and it releases and continues the pollution to the air, water, and sand pollution.
Yeah, you are right. And we cannot take any polythene cars in oceans also. It is very impossible to collect all those polythene cars to, and we have to increase So we have to reduce the polythene covers usage, and also we have to increase the usage of handy-made wraps. That's
Yes, if we are using plastic covers for throwing out surroundings, animals are eating. Animals are also eating that polythene covers, and they are dying also. We have to reduce these plastic items. Like
in that case we should reuse the things. We shouldn't make sure to throw it outside, and instead of that we should use the cloth bags or any etc items.
Plastic pollution is a plastic pollution is poses a greatest threat to our human life, and it causes the human damage to our life on the earth because it reduces the because it takes time to dispose in the air, and so we have to use in the other material instead of plastics.
Yes, plastic takes too much time to degradable in our life, and it also pollutes our ecosystem and damages our earth's ecosystem,
As
and it pollutes a lot. So
plastic is adversely affecting on the human life and the ocean life and the sea life. But why we all know the causes and damages of the plastic, but why we are also using the we didn't find a better alternative for the plastic because plastic is also um, easy to carry and easily accessible. So we are using the plastic.
So for this sake, we need to bring awareness among our known persons to to reduce the usage of plastic. Then we should ensure that to use these things to be in a less way.
At my point of view, it is difficult to reduce the plastic in our life because we all are habituated with the plastic, and it costs very less to our life, and it's very easy to cheaper in price.
But using instead of plastic, reusable materials like jute bags and cloths and paper bags, and instead of plastic water bottles, we use stainless steel water bottles.
Yeah, I too appreciate it, but we have to start it from our house only, by practicing banning plastic from our houses, like using metal or wood handles in our kitchens, knives, using other materials like iron, and then so and so.
Yes, paper bags is also a better alternative, but to produce paper bags, we need to use hundreds and gallons of the water, and more sulfuric acid. And jute bag is also a better alternative, but it is not a cheap and not economical. No.
So in that case, we were using instead of plastic, we were using papers and that, but it leads to deforestation. It means cutting trees. So in that case, we should reuse the papers also. We should recycle the things which we were using, and we need to be confident to use the things to be less. Right.
Hey guys, but per day, the equivalent to 2,000 garbage trucks with full of plastic were dumped into the world's water bodies like oceans, seas, and polluting that and killing the marine animals and aquatic ecosystems also.
Yeah, I agree that recently a YouTuber called Mr. Beast he has started collaborating with Team Seas, an organization called which takes over all of the trash from the oceans to save marine animals. He started his journey in 2015. He's still and then
Yeah, Prashant, I absolutely agree. And we should also provide plastic dump yards at the oceans, and we should use the recycle and reused water bottles instead of when we use plastic bottles. We, when the plastic bottle is exposed to the sunlight, it causes plastic into the water,
and we may harm it. And we should also reduce by using the plastics and use cotton bags while carrying into the shops and etc.
To reuse the plastic, there is a process called isolation, which involves the heating of plastic in the absence of air and to produce the useful products like gas, charcoal, etc.
And there are so many ways to reduce plastic from our lives. Containers instead of plastic wrap, and some other example is bamboo toothbrush instead of plastic one, and buying a packaging, minimal packaging, and it's total about that making small changes to add over time.
But nowadays, most of the people don't know the difficult disadvantages of plastic. That's why they are using more and more. For that, we have to create so much of awareness among us and the people who don't know the plastic disadvantages. For that, we have to create pamphlets and any meetings to create awareness. Then the reduce the use of plastic, and they know how to use it and how to recycle or how to reduce the plastic.
Yes, Siri, I agree with this point. But plastic is going wrong and it's harm to our health. Especially, I can advise to girls use menstrual cups instead of disposable products, and it will save to us.
2 minutes more. Wrap it up.
Avoid using of plastic, avoiding products making with microbeads, repair items instead of replacing them.
Completely removing plastic in our lives would be a huge challenging task. And then plastic is everywhere. Some plastics are essential. It plays an important role in society, in healthcare, safety, and technology. As well as plastic is non-biodegradable. We have to reduce plastic. My opinion is to reduce plastic. We use plastic instead of cotton bags. For example, when we use a hot when we put a hot ingredient in a plastic container, and then we will eat, that it leads to many diseases also.
Use cotton bags instead of plastic uh, because because 500 plastic 500 to 1000 years decomposes. It is very dangerous in your planet.
Helps us to reduce plastic uses. We can even reduce plastic uses by making bulk purchases, as plastic is biodegradable, non-biodegradable materials.
Yeah, the natural decomposition of plastic takes nearly 400 to 1000 years, and few of the plastic are biodegradable only.
Nowadays, over 260 million tons of plastic is producing over the world in a year. 10% is goes to the oceans and remaining to the aquatic animals like whales. They're associated their food with plastic pieces. They are dying with suffocation.
So guys, now we need to know that we should give awareness among our friends, our elders. So please be ensured that uses of plastic should be less. And for best purpose, our ancestors have created this thing. So now we should make that our future generation to be in a best fruitful future. Thank you. Let us continue.
Thank you.
Thank you.